Hey everyone, it's Steve here at the board for the Redmen TV. This is the player rankings show. Yes, Liverpool beat Leicester City 1-0. Just one more win. Mo Salah did it at the end. One more win to go. In fact, Liverpool could even be Premier League champions by the time they next kick a ball if Arsenal don't beat Crystal Palace in midweek. For those who haven't seen the show, dead simple. We've got three categories. We've got Boss, we've got Sound, and we've got I Am Messing. We've rate all the Liverpool players from today's game, put them into each category. Job is a good one. Let's start with Alisson. I'll be honest, right? This might not be the most exhilarating. I say this, stay around. I'll try my best to make it fun. I might dance or something. Most exhilarating player ranking show because not a lot happened. To be honest with you, Alisson didn't have to do anything. Is the general truth of it. He got fouled once, and that was about it. He didn't have to do anything. So yeah, I like Martin says, yeah, Alisson's sound, he had nothing to do, and Craig says the same. Yeah, absolutely, just fine. He was fine. He didn't have to do anything. Fair play to him. Right then, interesting one will be Conor Bradley. I thought Conor Bradley found it tough against Mavididi at times. It's the reason he got booked was that he got absolutely done by him. He looked good going forward, Conor Bradley. He found it quite tough, I thought, defensively. So it'll be interesting what you guys think of Conor Bradley's performance. Because, yeah, I thought Mavididi had a little bit of joy. Martin says, I would put him as low Sam. He got beat easily a couple of times. Dickie Red says Conor was sound. Okay, yeah, fair enough. You guys get your thoughts in. Let me know your thoughts. Struggle, I would give him a low sound, says Nate. Choo Choo says sound as well. Christopher says boss for Conor. He did great. He was the only player consistently going forward. I don't think I can say his defensive performance allows me to put him in boss. I apologise for that one. I thought he had a little bit of an issue going the other way. In fact, the only real joy Leicester had was Mavididi. He's a decent player, Mavididi. He's not bad. So I'm going to put Conor there. Just sound, but yeah, fine. But I thought he was all right. Sound. Hence, sound. Ibu. There were a couple of moments where he had a little bit of a stinker on the ball, including giving away a corner. And I think Daka gave him more problems than Vardy did towards the end. But for the most, he was sound. He was fine. Let's have a little look where we're at to again. Another sound from Choo Choo. Kanate was sound. Anthony says he was boss. Ibu was high boss, says Peaky Boy. Martin says, I would put him as low sound, a few lapses in concentration. I think there was like one or two times where he'd give the ball away, but I thought he was pretty good. I'd say he was I'm going to put him like higher end of sound. Listen, when your goalie doesn't have to do anything, your centre-halves have probably done something good. I thought he was pretty good. He nearly scored as well, Kanate, got a good header. Was it cleared off the line? Maybe Salah was going to tap it in. But I think he was all right. I thought he was pretty good. The captain, let's talk about Virgil Van Dijk. When you do a favour, guys, just to make it easier for those of you who are watching live, when you write who you're talking about, can you just put the name first? Because the chat goes a bit mad and I've got no idea who you're on about. It's easier for me if you write the name. I do appreciate it. Like Anthony there says, Virgil was boss. There you go. That's exactly how you do it. Give me the name, give me the rating. If you want to tell me why, you're more than welcome to tell me why as well. Peaky Boy, Van Dijk was high boss. High sound, says Makoda. Rakeen says, I would put Virg higher than Ibu. Yeah, listen, I don't think it was like the greatest of all time performance from Van Dijk. It didn't really need to be that. I thought his passing was brilliant. I'm going to put him like low boss. There. Which is exactly what Craig and basically Vader and Kitster all would have done. So we're all on the same boat there, which is fine. I think we're all in the same ballpark. Right, let's go to Costas Tsimikas. Someone before on the previous show, for those who weren't with us for that one, said Costas was their man of the match, which I thought he had a good game. I thought he played well. I thought he had a good over at left back. You know, most of the threat came from the other side. He defended pretty well, some good balls into the box. Nearly scored again. The goalkeeper made a really good save when he followed in that little, I don't know what you call it, the spinning ball that Diaz flicked around the corner. There was a bit of a mess. Costas got into it. I thought he had a good game. I think that's as good a Liverpool left-back performance as we've seen for a few weeks, to be honest with you. Robbo's up and down a little bit. The derby, he was good, but up and down, really. I think that was just a normal, solid left-back performance from Costas Tsimikas. Let me see what you guys think. Bora says boss. Martin goes for high sound. I'll read a few other names we haven't read out yet. Holly says boss as well. So does Cece. Oh no, sorry, it was Boglark. Apologies, I can't say your name. Boglarker. So I mean, if I've butchered that, I can only apologise. I am going to put Costas in the middle. I'm going to put him on the border, half and half, high sound, low boss. I thought he was pretty solid, without being absolutely spectacular. But that's what you need. I think that's what Arne Slot wants from his left back. Do us a favour, mate, just be sound. That'll do us. And we'll see how we go. I thought he was good. I thought he earned his place, and I will start him again next week, is where I'm at with him. Right then, Gravenberg again. Ryan Gravenberg. My instinct is just to go, I can't remember anything brilliant. I can't remember anything bad. Just put him in sound. that tends to be my default method for this one. Anthony disagrees. Anthony says he's boss, whereas Peaky Boy says you're messing. Okay, there's a big difference there. Gravenberg is sound. So there you go, says Martin. So I've got all three. I've got a boss sound and you're messing. Fair enough. Boss, sound. I just think he was all right. I think he was decent. Just proper in the middle sound. That'll do me. Not too much to say on that one. Dominic Szoboszlai. I thought, again, it isn't quite working for me for Dom at the moment. He didn't stink the gaff out, and he could have scored or forced maybe a tap in with a shot from distance. But I don't know, there was a little bit like, fine. Jay Dowd says Dom could be low sound. So does Bora, so does Dan. Yeah, that's how I'm kind of feeling. It was just all right. It wasn't bad. It was just... Nate says he was poor. I'd put him in your messing. And so did basically Vader. I felt like he was allergic to the ball today. I don't think anyone was that... I don't think so. I think that's a bit low. I'm kind of going to put him like below Gravenberch, but still sound. He was just... it was like... That's like 6 out of 10. Fine. Okay. I'm going to go there. Again, Alexis McAllister was named man of the match by Sky Sports here in the UK, which might, I don't want to influence your decisions, but let's talk about Alexis McAllister. I think he was the best of the three midfielders, which means he's going to definitely be at least on the border, along with Kostas Tsimikas. I thought he was pretty good. Martin says McAllister, high sound, he was the best midfielder on the pitch. Peaky Boy, boss. Dickie Oy Red says Macha was boss. Boss as usual, says Nate. Loads of bosses as well. Basically Vader. Macha low boss. He was my man of the match. Yeah, I thought he was pretty good. I'm going to put him higher than Van Dijk, just in the boss section. Straddling the line, but just above it. I thought he was pretty good, to be honest with you. I thought he had a really solid game. Let's go to my attackers. I started with my right back, didn't I? So I'll go to my right winger. Mohamed Salah. I thought he started the game really well. So unlucky not to score. I hit fucking both posts and it pops out somehow. He had, I thought Thomas gave him about as good as he could get, but it was a very even battle over there. I thought Salah was pretty good without being, again, amazing. No goal or assist again. He'd be desperate for them. Where have they gone, Mo? I'm just going to say, like, sound is my guess, but you guys can sway me. Peaky Boy agrees, so does Dickie Oy Red. Salah was low boss, says Choo Choo. Salah was high sound, says Craig. Salah was sound, he wasted too many chances, says Bora. And then James says Salah sound, but his high standards make it feel worse. I just thought he was sound. If someone said to me, if someone phoned me now and went, how did Salah play? I didn't watch the game, I'd go, yeah, he was sound. Therefore, Salah was sound. There we go. That was easy. Luis Diaz, he's so willing to do a job for the team, but he is not a striker. Like, it's just, he's better on the left. Again, did okay without being amazing. Diaz caused a little bit of chaos sometimes, but his best ability is his dribbling and his ability to beat men and get inside or go down the outside. He can't do that when he's playing centre forward. It just nullifies. That is the best thing about his game, is he gets the ball and he can go both ways with you, and he can stand you up and he can beat you, and he can be tenacious, and his running power getting back. When you put him up front, you basically negate all of those. They're his strengths. He isn't the most technically gifted footballer. You can just give it into and roll it off, hold the ball up, running behind. That isn't his game. So I thought he did as best as he could, and he looked better, unsurprisingly, when he went out to the left. Neil says sound, so did Khalil. Neil and Khalil, there you go. I'm a poet, and I didn't even know that I was one. Christopher says, Diaz, high sound. He works so hard. Yeah, I think I'm going to put him a little bit there, like sound. Gakpo's next. I thought Cody Gakpo struggled. And if anyone's going to be in or around your messing, it might be Cody Gakpo. I'm not convinced it was going to be proper down here, like he was shite, but I don't think he's at his best. Martin says, Gakpo low sound, some good things, but he also round down some blind alleys. Dara would go low sound, so would Dickie Oy Red, so would Neil. Okay, yeah, fair. I could go along with that one. Cody was sound, he's not in form, low sound. You're messing, low sound. Listen, I don't want to put anyone. Liverpool won, and I'm in a good mood. I'm going to put him right on the border of you're messing. There you go, Cody. You can fit in there. Be nice. He isn't himself. I don't know what it is, but he just, yeah, there's something not quite there with Cody since he's come back from this injury. He isn't quite where we need him to be. Right, then the subs bench, the manager, first of all, he went to Harvey Elliott and Trent Alexander Arnold. I'll start with Harvey. Again, oh my God, I'm going to run out of sound room here, aren't I? I might have to move the line a little bit in a minute. I'm running out of sound. Because I thought Harvey Elliott, I thought sound. Yeah, he had a good impact on the game, if I'm honest. I thought he played quite well. Bora says, yeah, Harvey was sound. He should straddle Boss and sound, says Jaden. Yeah, maybe a little bit higher. So I think that's fair enough. In terms of bench then, the manager brought... I'll put Jota on, actually. Jota was my first sub, wasn't he? I do apologise, I should have mentioned first. Again, another one. I'm just going to have to put him in sound, but wait, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Right, bear with me. I'm going to do some DIY. For those listening on the podcast, I'm just making the sound bigger. I need more room. Right, get down. Get down, all yous. Get down a bit. There we go. Down. DIY style. It was fast and it got the job done. Sound section. I've nearly broke the sound section, but we moved. There we go. Sorted. And then he broke the set as I've done it as well. So yeah, Jota, I'm going to put him on the lower bottom in the sound, but no, actually I think that's harsh. Oh, I'm struggling. Get in there, Jota. Get in there. There we go. We're sound. Alexander Arnold was next. Where are we, Trenty boy? Well, he scores the goal. He's in good shape, isn't he? Got his top off. He was happy with that, wasn't he? Wasn't he, Trent? I think Trent's going to have to go boss, isn't he? Because just for scoring the winning goal. Holly says Trent was boss, so good. Yeah, he was. And he looked great with his top off. Fair play to him. Trent goes there at least. Created a couple of issues, created a couple of chances, and scores the goal. Yeah, if that's his last major contribution for Liverpool, I don't know. But it was one that took them rather one step closer to the title. So fair play to him for that one. I forgot everyone else. Interesting on this before I pick him out of the match. Arne Slot. Oh God, where am I? Where are you? How wonky is that? Look now. You get me gist. I ran out of room. There was too many just average to sound players. Arne Slot, let me know your thoughts. I thought the 11. I didn't like Gakpo playing on the left and Diaz up front. You can't argue. He made subs and they changed the game. I know a lot of people in the comments were giving Jota a bit of stick. I thought he did. Liverpool looked better when he came on. Whether that was a lot to do with him or a little bit more to do as well with the fact that Diaz moved over to the left. Listen, Liverpool created a shit ton of chances and didn't really concede any. So he's done his job. If the players don't put the ball in the back of the net, it's kind of not on him. I thought the subs were good. Getting Elliott over Jones, I said it on the previous show, so apologies. But that isn't the sub he usually makes. He tends to go for Curtis Jones first, always. It's always McAllister, Szoboszlai and Jones, and whichever one of those three doesn't start, the other one comes on first. So the fact he went to Harvey Elliott with Trent at the right time, I thought he did that well, and I thought the Jota sub was a good sub. So I'm going to put him there, like, again, unsurprisingly, and for the manager. It wasn't the best managerial performance of all time. I wasn't a massive fan of the decision to, I wouldn't have played Gakpo, and I'll be honest, I wouldn't have played Szoboszlai. And both of them kind of struggled a little bit. But listen, we're going to win the league. They won the game, didn't concede a goal. Job is a good one. Yeah, CL says, Sloss, high sound, his subs worked. Martin says sound as well. 11 weren't at it, but the subs did his business. CC says Slop was boss. He was imploring the team to get forward more. Liam says, move Bradley up. He's our future. He was boss. He worked his backside off. I'm going to say backside. I just didn't see that, mate. I thought, okay, I'll move up a little bit. I didn't think he was that good. I thought defensively he was actually not great a couple of times. He's got this habit, and he'll get over it. He's young. He really rushes towards the ball, but it makes him easy to get beat a couple of times. So I don't think he was brilliant. I'm not saying Bradley was bad. Again, he was pretty good. They were all pretty good. I do have to name a man of the match. My options, according to this, are Virgil Van Dijk, Alexis McAllister, and Trent Alexander Arnold. I'm going to Virgil out. So is Virg. You got one last week. You're fine, I think. So back to Alexis or Alexander Arnold. Let's see who we've got in the chat. I'm going to let you guys have a little go with this one. Costa says Maka. Bora says Trent. Maka for basically Vader. But then Rafa says Trent. Yeah, it's a 50-50 one at best, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to give it to them both. I'm going to be a shithouse. All-round performance, Alexis McAllister. Goal that helps Liverpool go one win away from winning the Premier League title. Trent Alexander Arnold. I think that's fair. And listen, I'm allowed to sit on the fence. It's allowed because you know what? It sounds because we're going to win the league. And it's all good. Right then, thanks everyone for joining in on this part of the show. Thanks everyone who joined us for the entire watch along. If you want even more stuff, do head over to Redmen Plus. Paul and Chris are over there now with the player ratings show as well. Loads to get you involved. In fact, what I'll do for you is, if you go to Redmen Plus now and sign up as a yearly captain subscriber, if you use the promo code WATCH, short for watch along, you'll get 50% off. Watch, WATCH. That code, actually, we kind of stopped giving it away a few days ago, I think, but it's still active. I'll just let you know. So go and do it. Go and check it out. It'll get you a year's worth of content. So up until this day next year, when hopefully Liverpool have already won the Premier League for a second successive year, you'll have all that amazing content. Thanks very much for watching. You guys are the best. See you on a bit.